think the treasure is 100% real. I don't, however, think it's been found.
CBS This Morning anchor Tony Dokoupil,
And I gotta tell you, I do not believe that treasure has been found.
has a theory about a coveted mystery treasure hidden in the Rocky Mountains for the last decade.
I hid that treasure chest when I was 79 or 80.
The wealthy antiques dealer Forrest Fenn, who challenged the world to find his prized buried stash, recently announced, "Treasure was found. The chase is over." Fenn says the guy who found it does not want his name mentioned and is from back east. Fenn shared what he says are 3 photos of the chest, writing, "It is darker than what it was 10 years ago when I left it on the ground and walked away. The finder wants me to remain silent." Dokoupil believes the photos aren't proof, arguing these are undated pictures of an open chest found from an unnamed person in an unnamed location, and the ones of Fenn are from before he buried the treasure.
It's possible that what he's actually doing is creating an opening for himself to complete the rather dark and bizarre plan he explained to me nearly a decade ago.
In 2012, Dokoupil spent nearly a week with Fenn at his Santa Fe, New Mexico compound, gathering interviews and research for a lengthy Newsweek profile feature story.
How did he agree to let you go to visit?
He was dying for the publicity. At the time, he'd written the book, Thrill of the Chase, 2 years prior, and the only people who had mentioned it were little publications or like an airline magazine, and he had no credibility as somebody who actually had a lot of collectible items, aka treasure, and who could put that into it and would do something as crazy as invite people to find it. At the time, no one was paying attention to him. So when I called, he was like, "Please come, I'll give you all the time you want."
The article put Fenn's book, The Thrill of the Chase, and his treasure hunt in the national spotlight.
The Forrest Fenn treasure story would not exist as a national story if I did not pursue it nearly a decade ago.
The location of this treasure will almost certainly lead many searchers astray, some toward court and others toward jail.
Here's Jim Murray.
The treasure mania started about 10 years ago when Fenn buried a chest filled with gold and jewels somewhere in the Rockies. He put clues to the treasure's whereabouts in a book he wrote.
Many people have risked their lives to find the treasure. Some have died.
The real reason why I don't think the treasure has really been found is because Forrest told me that his plan was to entomb himself along with the treasure. I think the treasure is in a location where an older man can still get to it and crawl or insert himself in and alongside the chest. That's how it was explained to me.
Fenn, as many describe him, is like a real-life Indiana Jones.
So you have a guy who's been collecting archaeology his whole life, is so in love with it, he's hatched a plan to make himself part of that record for all time and invite the public in to try to find it and his bones.
Have you spoken to him since?
Yes, I have not spoken to him in this latest interval. I am confident it is not a hoax. Forrest wants to be remembered for thousands of years, and this is his way of doing so.
I'm Leigh Scheps for Inside Edition Digital.